Hello and welcome to another review video. Today we have with us the Sony HT-S500RF soundbar with us here, 5.1 real surround channel. You can see how the boxing, the packaging is. The boxing is so detailed. You have almost everything you need to know about the soundbar just on the box. Actually on the sides we have things like how to unpack it and the rest. It's as if we don't have a manual inside. But I know we have a manual. Now that's how the labeling on the box is. Yeah. And you can see here it comes with a Sony warranty. We have a Sony 1 year warranty guaranteed here for the soundbar. Now, what are the features of this soundbar? And as you can see from the box here, we have Dolby audio, then there's Dolby digital sound. It supports HDMI. Then there's an HDMI included in the box, 2.2, okay, 2 millimeters, sorry, HDMI. Then we have Music Center. This is an application that this soundbar supports. You can use the application to change the configuration of the sound modes, different effects, and it's available on App Store, Google Play Store, and even on iPhone and iPad. Then this is how the setup should look like or sound like. See, we have incredible sound. So assuming this is the TV, then we have the soundbar lying right here, and there's those two speakers. Now this is the 5.1 channel. So we have 3 channels right over here, then 2 channels here, and then the subwoofer right over here. See, 5.1 channel real surround audio enhancement. Then it's 1000 watts, yeah, and you can see the subwoofer is 18 centimeters. See, yeah, the labeling, yeah. So there's a big subwoofer unit with a granulated. No, this is a different language. Sorry. Now this is Bluetooth. It supports Bluetooth connection. We have optical connection. Then there's the analog, the traditional jack pin mode. Then we have USB HDMI ARC supports. Those are the inputs. Then, as initially said, Music Center is an application that you can use to control all the settings on the soundbar. Now let's unpackage it and see what's in this carton. So first of all, we have the remote right here. So this is the remote controller. Not very simple, but at least you have almost everything that you'll want in a remote, all the settings, the sound mode, cinema, music, standard mode, auto sound, input, power button, there's menu, and so many things. This dim for the LED. That's how the remote is. Let's see if we have batteries intact. Now you see we have Sony batteries. Exactly. Now let's start with this part. Now we have the bar. Very interesting. So this is what's in the packaging. We have the Sony, one of the rare speakers. This one and this one. Yeah, let's see. With a very long cable here. Very long cable. It's around 10 meters. The cable, so it means you can place it to a different corner, very far away from the soundbar. If you're in a big living room. Let's see the ratings of the speakers. Right here you can see this is the surround left speaker. It has an impedance of 5.5 ohms, very unique and very rare. You can see even the labeling of the model HT-S500RF. The speaker there. We have this other one, similar to the initial one. The ratings are the same. You can see same ratings. Very strong surround speaker. Yeah, we have plastic chassis, but it's very strong, and even the caging, the metallic caging is strong. You can see here we only have one speaker right in, and there's this small hole inside here. Don't know if it's visible, but I love the design. I love the design of the surround speaker. At least it's not that small caging. The caging is big. Yeah, like there. Let's keep on opening. have the soundbar over here. There. So this is how the soundbar is. This is the labeling actually. There's so much labeling on this Sony soundbar, right from the box to everything. You can see here on the top we have the sticker, just to remind you that it's 5.1 real surround channel, 1000 watts right over there. Yeah, there's that compact rear speakers. Then you have USB compatibility, Bluetooth input. See, then try your device. Just so many things. At the back we have these holes. Let me just place it well so that I'll show you something here. So we have these specific holes for mounting. You can mount this soundbar right somewhere on the wall. Just place it somewhere like this. Yeah, so it supports mounting. So then underneath it, nothing else. Another labeling here for the serial number and the rest. See. Then we have these rubbers. As you can see, those rubbers underneath it, so that maybe if you decide not to hang it and place it on the table like this, it will have proper grip on the table. That's why you have those rubbers right at those places. Now you're wondering, what are these cables for? Now, these cables are, you see, we have 3 of them. So each and every cable goes to the speakers that we have over here. In this soundbar we have speakers. Let me just show you something. So you can see here the speakers. Let me bring it to light so that you see something. Yeah, see? This first speaker we have here, this is the tweeter. You can see there is a tweeter here. This is a tweeter. Then in here we have, this is a speaker. This is the first rear speaker. Then we have another one, rear speaker right here. Then at the last part we have another rear speaker. Then finally we have a tweeter. So we have 3 rear speakers and 2 tweeters at the edges for that compact surround or crispy sound. Yeah. And from the cabling, just to explain further, we have these cabling for, I'll show you at the back where this cable goes through, but you can see this one of them is definitely for the left rear speaker, and then another one for the center rear speaker, then this one is for the right rear speaker. Let me remove the subwoofer because it's equally important. Subwoofer. Let me know this because it will be important right now. This is how the subwoofer looks like. You can see right on top here we have the controls. Now on this Sony HT-S500RF, these are the controls are. Some of the Sony soundbar models, you have the controls on the bar right somewhere here, but on this design particular model they decided to actually place the motherboard on the same cabinet with the subwoofer. So this is the power button, we have input button, Bluetooth pairing button, then we have the volume plus and volume minus button. So in case you don't have your remote in place, you can actually just come right here and do the settings. Then again, remember, if you don't have the remote, you can use the Sony you can use this app, yeah, to do the other settings in case you don't have the remote, because I'm sure most of the time you'll be having your phone. So even if the remote is far away, then there's no trouble connecting or doing some sound configuration on this Sony soundbar. We have here the USB port here. And this is how the subwoofer unit looks like. You can see there's some 2 holes here. Let me know what you think are the functions of these 2 holes right on top here. And that is the subwoofer. You can see how the subwoofer is. then you have the breathing hole right there. If you're in a house maybe where you have some rodents or small crawling animals, then maybe you'll need to cover it, because I'm very sure they'll go through this hole here and probably damage this subwoofer. So you have to be very keen on what goes in through this place, because at the same time you can't block it. Now we have a very strong caging here for the subwoofer, protected. The speaker, the metallic frame is very strong, and then well designed, not so big holes, at least small holes, but the caging is just well enough. This is how the cabinet looks like. Yeah, and according to manufacturer, the design of this Sony soundbar, this cabinet weighs approximately 9 kilograms, so it's that heavy. 9 kg cabinet. Well, the soundbar here weighs only 3 kgs. These two rear speakers weighs about 1 kg, 1 kilogram each. So here's how the back is, and as you can see here we have those slots. The first one is only for, see, only for the speakers from these models. So these ports are for the surround. You can see here we have the red, then we have the white and the green. So white and red front, then green is center, you can see there. On this side we have again only for, so it's only compatible to speakers designed for these Sony HT-S500. You can see there. So these we have the right and left surround speakers. Now here we have a fan cooling. So we have the motherboard right inside there. So this fan helps in cooling the board and prevents overheating. Underneath this here we have the connections. You can see we have the IR repeater right here. So IR repeater, this is just like an infrared remote control from the bar. So it's somewhere placed on the bar. Let me just show you where the IR repeater is on the bar. Yeah, you see this here. This is the IR repeater for remote. So you can just point your remote to the bar instead of pointing into the subwoofer to make your settings or to adjust volume and the rest. Remember, remember we have an LED display right over here on this one. Let me just plug it on, you'll see in the next few minutes. We have an LED display right over here for maybe when you're making a configuration, you'll see what's happening here. But most of the time you find you've placed maybe this subwoofer at the corner and you want to make those changes. You won't be able to see what's happening, or maybe pointing the remote toward the subwoofer when it's at the corner, it's complicated. That's why you have the IR repeater on the bar, so that when somewhere, maybe let's say we have that TV stand there, you just point directly to the stand and you adjust the settings of this particular soundbar. Now, what am I forgetting here? We have the HDMI out input right here, and then it's HDMI ARC, so it can receive sound from this slot because it's HDMI ARC. We have optical slot right over here. Then this is the analog in audio jack. Let's just say audio jack there. And once again, labeling is too much. We have HDMI Dolby Atmos. They have to remind us in every other corner of this thing that it supports all these features. Then underneath it here, we have the model, the maximum wattage for the subwoofer. You can see there, 140 watts. See the ratings. Now let's plug it in, because I know you're very interested in how this particular soundbar sounds. Let me just plug it to power. Now see, it's plugged in. Let's connect these particular inputs. So how do you connect it? How do you connect the inputs? Now it's very simple. What you do is you just color match these cables. So if it is the first one, it goes through, see there's that color matching. Then second one we have white, just color match white and white. It's very simple. Then green to green, right there. Then the surround speakers is blue. Sure, blue to blue. right there. Then we have another surround speaker right over here. Now for this one, just clip it gray. It's gray, so gray to gray. Then this one remaining for receiver. This one very important. Clip it on the yellow part underneath, right there. So that's how the setup is. You can see from there we have that blinking light for Bluetooth pairing. Now let me bring it closer so you see what's happening here. So from here you can change this from Bluetooth. If you click on that, then there's directly Bluetooth pairing icon. Then you can change the other input source. This is a touch surface, so there is USB. Then you can change to TV input that is using through the HDMI ARC now. Then we have the analog, the audio jack port. Bluetooth, once again, very simple. Adjust the volume. Now, this volume, I think this is the part that I didn't really love about this soundbar, because now we are at volume 30. You have to adjust it maybe, let's try and find the maximum. See, 48, 49. Now, the maximum is 49. I think this is good, because 49 is not that bad. But compared to the previous Sony models, like the home theaters, the volume maximum was up to 33, which was easier to tweak, because for you just to adjust the volume from maybe 1 to 2 or 1 to 3, it's just one click and then you get a very big difference in sound. But this one you'll have to adjust it from maybe 1 to 5 so that you can feel the difference, or from 5 to 10 so that you feel the difference. So I don't like soundbars or maybe home theaters having a very big volume range. Instead of just making it maybe from 1 to 30, then they're making it from 1 to 49. So that's something that I really don't like on sound systems. Let's put it to test to see how good this masterpiece sounds like. So we shall be doing a 5.1 surround test right here. So that's why I've decided to place the surround speakers in front, separate them from the rear speakers to see the difference in the sounding of this particular model. Sound test, I'll be using these no copyright music bass boosted, this one in it from YouTube, to test now the bass boost, how this music sounds. about sound test, I don't know what you think about this Sony 1000-watt soundbar, but according to my experience, the sound has been top notch. The bass is just punchy enough. The mids are crispy enough. We have those two tweeters at the corners, very important. Then what I really loved about this particular soundbar is the ability to control the speakers, especially the surround and these front or rear speakers using the application. That was a big plus. Then the possibilities of having these surround speakers with very long wires so that you can place them at different corners in your house. That's also a very big plus to this particular soundbar. The only part that I didn't love about this soundbar is the wiring now from the main bar, because just look at what we have at the back. Yeah, there are so many wires. This is the only thing that I didn't really love about this subwoofer, because why should we have these so many wires and wiring at this particular age and time? Because they would have maybe designed the subwoofer to have its own power, the bar to have its own power, and then the subwoofer to have its own power to minimize the wiring. So maybe the only part that I can give an excuse for wiring is for the surrounds, because remember there are some other soundbars that have wireless surround speakers, but with time you have issues with the charging systems of those or the batteries of those surround speakers. So having them wired like this is good because you won't have any issues with the battery or charging issues. So at this part I didn't really love this wiring. Then I love the fact that we have a fan here for cooling, so it doesn't overheat, and that improves the lifespan and even the time at which it can run, maybe at full volume or at maximum volume without having any issues to do with overheating. Otherwise, thanks for watching, guys. Let me know in the comment section what you think about this Sony HT-S500RF soundbar. In the Kenyan market, it's going for around 44,000 Kenyan shillings, between 42,000 to 48,000. Now it depends on where you get it from, because every user or every seller has their own prices, but it depends on where you get it. I think the lowest bargain you can get it for is 42,000 Kenyan shillings. That's the lowest, but averagely 45,000 Kenyan shillings. You get yourself this masterpiece, one of the best Sony soundbars you can get in the market at a very affordable price tag. I cannot say that price is expensive, it's not that expensive. The price is very good and you get something that is very compact. Yeah, look at this, I was forgetting to mention the rubbers we have underneath the rear speakers. So instead of mounting it, because we have those notch here for mounting, you can also place it on top of maybe a table or a cardboard behind you for the surround effects. So that's a very top plus. See you guys on another review, and let me know about what you think about this review in the comment section. And if you really enjoy these reviews, don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to leave a like to this video. See you next time. Big out.